We got plenty of time.
Where is it?
I got it. Yeah. Just go to your left. All right.
Ready? Greetings, salutations. How you doing on a Saturday afternoon for some Region 9 playoff basketball here on the Fan Sports Network? Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist, and excited to be at the field house for this one tonight, Ben. And boy, oh boy, the age-old adage, it's tough to beat a team 3 times, and that's what these two Region 9 foes are dealing with. Crimson trying to beat Pineview for the 3rd time, and the 2nd time in the last 8 days. Meanwhile, Crimson trying to avoid an upset here in their opening round of the 4A state tournament after they went 10-2 and were Region 9 champs this year.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough draw for both of these teams, Devin, as they just played each other a week ago in a dramatic senior night-filled home game for Pineview that was basically the night that determined the region championship, as Crimson was able to win on the Pineview home floor. But tonight, or I should say this afternoon, which is another thing that's a little bit unusual, a 1 p.m. start on a Saturday. It's been a couple of months since both of these teams played a game at 1 o'clock. In preseason, you see that quite a bit, but not necessarily in the postseason. Of course, a good preparation for next week, as these teams will be, whoever wins this will be playing at 10, 11 in the morning with a chance in that quarterfinal to move on to the semifinals. But these are two teams that are familiar with each other's personnel. Their coaching staff has both of these teams well prepared, and you'd like to think that we're going to see a great game on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, as we got finally some snow on the Pine Valley Mountains, but a blue sky out here in southern Utah. Going to be a good one, Dev. I think we're going to get everything that we hoped for and maybe a little bit more.
Absolutely. Pre-game brought to you by Sport Court of Southern Utah and built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Appreciate our great sponsors. And we are live at the field house, as I like to call it, and we've got a good one for you. We've got the Mustangs and the Panthers. We're going to take just a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to dial up the Everbowl keys to the game. We'll pick our Finley Subaru Star Wash, and we'll start crunching the numbers and get you ready for playoff basketball. The only place you can listen or watch right here on the Fan Sports Network. For those on radio, make sure you can go right to our website, thefansportsnetwork.com, and watch this game. If you're out and about, keep us on 99.5 or 95.3 or even 93.1 up in Cedar City. More pregame show when we get going right after this on the Fan Sports Network.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much, except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, and City of St. George Recreation.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, here on the Fan Sports Network. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist with you here, and we are getting ready for the Mustangs and the Panthers and it's going to be fun. Panthers were 8-4 in the region. They were part of that three-way tie for second place. Had a chance last Friday at the pit on senior night to beat the Mustangs and actually be co-region champs. That didn't happen. They lost by 10. It was close until the Mustangs were able to pull away late in the fourth quarter. We've got lots of storylines in this game. You know, Drake Carroll, Travis Murdoch, McKay Lindquist, the big three. That has presented some problems. Had Coach Pat Amico on the show yesterday. He said, you know what, we're going to switch things up a little bit. They're going to switch some of the assignments up. They're going to mix up the man-to-man defense and the zone, and they're going to try to see if they can do some things a little bit differently. I think Jelani Ojegba is actually going to guard McKay Lindquist. And last matchup, it had been Adam Moore that had drew that assignment. And now Adam Moore, it looks like, I think, at least out of the gate, and that could change, is going to try to be guarding J.J. Eaton in this game. So some of the integral parts of the chess match between coaches. You know, Coach Scott Murdoch jumped on the show yesterday, and our coach's comments brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. And he said, hey, Coach Pat's a great coach. You know, coached at the collegiate level with Mark Pope and some other great coaches. He's got a lot more experience than I do, and he gave him a lot of credit. But at the end of the day, Coach Murdoch's got a really, really good team. What he lacks in experience, he's got inexperience on the floor. They got so many guys that got starting minutes last year and are valuable assets. And that's why Crimson, going into the season, before the season even started, was predicted as the preseason region champs. Sometimes a prediction is one thing, but actually becoming region champs in another one, and they did that. They were able to do that going in 10-2. I asked Coach Murdoch, hey, were you upset a little bit about the RPI where you guys got slated into the 4A state bracket at number 7? He said, yeah, we were a little bit surprised. We thought, you know, region champs, we might be a spot or two higher, but he's like, there's nothing we can do about it right now. And to be the best and be champs, you got to play them as they come. So not letting that affect him whatsoever in this one. So lots of storylines in this game as you get ready for the Mustangs and the Panthers here on the Fan Sports Network. Appreciate our friends at Sport Court Southern Utah. I drove here to the gym this morning and I saw a Sport Court trailer not far from Crimson Cliffs. Looks like they're starting a big ultimate playground in the backyard at somebody's home. If you want to put your dreams into reality and have multi-purpose basketball courts or pickleball courts, Sport Court of Southern Utah, they can do all kinds of finishes, all kinds of courts. They are truly the premier leader, and they can have year-round fun right in your backyard. Go to their website, sportcourtofsouthernutah.com, and get started with the design team today. They'll give you a free quote on what they can do in your backyard. And, of course, it's all built by Bucks Ace Hardware, 3 Southern Utah locations, including that beautiful new location out there in H-Town on State Street. All right, when we take a break, when we come back, we got more to get to. We're going to come back with the keys to the game, the starting lineup. We're about 7-8 minutes away from the tip. Mustangs, Panthers coming up on the Fan Sports Network.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Asphalt. It's not something we think about much except when it's in bad shape. At Holbrook Asphalt, we help cities, HOAs, and businesses avoid replacing painfully expensive roads and parking lots. To avoid the cost of replacing asphalt, you must effectively preserve it while it's still in good condition. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's HA5 slows asphalt aging by 67%. We make your pavement assets last longer, cost less to own, all while achieving higher property values. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Early turnovers for Pineview, one resulting in points, the other just another possession. But so far, Crimson has come out very crisp and the aggressor in many ways. And Dev, you can already tell they're shadowing Adam Moore very close. Guy that's made that many threes, you certainly don't want to give him any additional opportunities. Good box out again by Carroll, the smallest guy, well, the smallest guy for Crimson on the court.
And Ojegba misses that little turnaround jumper off the window. Looked pretty true, but just didn't have the geometry off the glass.
Angles and percentages, as Coach Lynn used to say.
And a steal by Ojegba.
Talk about turnovers.
Ojegba wants to attack. Carroll trying to take a charge. It's going to be an and one for Jelani Ojegba. The Panthers are on the board.
And that just shows you the length that Ojegba has. And if you're Coach Amico, this is best case scenario as you get Ojegba included into the offense early. Now he struggled a little bit from the three-point line, but what a great finish there. Drake Carroll just a second late transitioning over there. He'll get the first one, he'll knock that down. So things looking good for him.
Yeah, no problems. Apologize for our streaming audience. We had some technical difficulties, but we are live now, and I know you guys can now watch. Do apologize, had to reset some settings, had some problems, but has been resolved. 4:55 to go here in the first quarter, 5-3, Crimson with the lead. Lindquist kicks it to Drake Carroll. DC 1-2 right to the middle, stops. Thought about the turner around Jay, instead hits Murdoch slashing. He can't find the mark.
And my goodness.
And we got a foul. Finally, Papa
you can see, after me saying that they're letting him play a little bit, the physicality there on those two bumps. Those could have gone either way, and ultimately their official had to call something there. I mean, that's good defense by Papa. I think that's a good no call there on the first one.
And they got Murdoch with Eaton with the reach in after the fact. Mid-range Jay, floater, won't go for Moore, whose older brother won a state championship at Pineview back in 2016. Murdoch spin, kick out of bounds, last touched by Pineview.
I think it did get tipped because both of the Crimson players stayed away. We're going to see Papa take an early sub. I think he caught a little forearm shiver there.
See if you can see a deflection.
Yeah, it looked
Papa.
like maybe Papa just got a hand on him. He might be a little hurt. He's holding his ribs a little bit. He's kind of battled some injuries, but so far, you know, both teams defensively very sharp.
Papa will check out. Brock Harris has checked in, and Murdoch gets the miss, put back, good. There's Travis Murdoch.
That's just an unfortunate result for Mr. Harris there, as he played great defense, but just didn't quite able to finish the play off. Great job there by Murdoch to catch that one and clean up his own mess.
Inside to Harris. Harris goes to the right hand, baby hook. Looked good, but it was short left. Behind the back, ahead to Mack. Here comes Mack on the attack, right down the middle. Beautiful feed to Taylor for the lay-in.
And a great pass there by Lindquist. You know what they're going to try and do to you tonight. They're going to try and be extra physical. He takes what the defense gives him, finds the great little bounce pass to a left-hand finish by Trevor Taylor, the X Factor, the human eraser.
3:23 to go, 9-3 Mustangs. Good start at home. Good crowd for Saturday afternoon on a President's Day weekend.
Yeah, student sections both looking healthy. I think they're going to do a ring ceremony for the state championship football team.
That's awesome. Taylor with the steal. Lay in, no. Murdoch, offensive rebound, and he is fouled by Jelani Ojegba.
That's going to be another turnover for Pineview. That'll be their third. Now Crimson has one turnover there. And this will be another chance at the line for the best free throw shooter in all of Region 9, maybe all of 4A.
Mr. Murdoch's got 2 points. And now give him 3 as the first. Fabulous Freddy's free throw goes in. With all the rain, make sure to stop by one of your two Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's today and get your car washed. It rained. Finally, we hadn't had rain since late November. We needed it.
Starting to worry.
Yeah. And Murdoch perfect on the second one as well.
11-3, Dev, 3 minutes left in the first. Pineview, they still feel like it's a closer game than it is, if you ask me. A great block by JJ there.
Outlet to Mack. Mack wants to slow it down. The defense has been stifling. Lindquist wants to hoist a straightaway 3, won't go. They wanted a foul and got one on a loose ball reach in down low.
You know, this is something that it's difficult to explain, but if you see some of the images and the videos, you know, you have to be able to protect the shooter there, Dev. So as the guy goes up there, you can't cut him underneath. So, you know, I don't know why the refs haven't called that for the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's happened to multiple players. You got to be able to protect the shooter, especially a jump shooter who elevates.
I was watching a game the other night. It was the Gonzaga-San Francisco game, and they called that 3 times where you didn't give him space to come down, a little hip check, and you're just boxing out. But it's still a foul when the player is elevated. You got to give him room to come down. I know exactly what you're talking about. Another empty possession for the Panthers. They trail 11-3. Murdoch lobs it high to the corner to Lindquist, whips it inside to Carroll. Carroll trying to go strong. Ojegba blocks it. He gets it back. Carroll scores it.
And another great pass by Lindquist, but an even better post up by Mr. Presidente, Carroll. Drake, not from Canada, but from right here in the USA. Watch this great little pass right here. Finds it right in the spot. Great block by Ojegba. Comes back again with an offensive rebound. A couple of big rebounds by Drake Carroll.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. 10-point Mustang League on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at SGC.
Panthers basketball here out of the timeout taken by Coach Pat Amico, their first of the game. Down by 10, Ojegba is going to catch it, shoot a triple, and that's on fire. 3 for J.O.
And again, you need a guy like that involved early in the game. And for Ojegba, who's kind of struggled from the three-point line and also at periods where he's kind of disappeared, that's a great start for him. Again, the most athletic guy in Region 9, the longest guy in Region 9. When he can put it together, he could be the best player in Region 9.
That 3 combined with a Murdoch falling to the ground, they say travel, has a little momentum out of the timeout. It's a 13-6 score on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Light it up, Region 9. Lights, fans, home decor, contractors, homeowners, all love to shop since 1946 at Wilkinson's.
And that'll be all 6 scored by Ojegba with the and 1 and the all natural three-pointer. And it looks like there might be a little bit of sweat or maybe a water bottle got kicked onto the floor, but they're trying to figure that out.
Oh my gosh, did you see the Gatorade bath that SU Utah Tech had on Thursday night?
No.
9 gallons or 3 gallons of Gatorade went on the floor. It took them 10 minutes to clean up the mess. Beyond Riley went flying into the water cooler and it just went right over the corner of the court. And it was a lengthy delay. That's not that bad here. We resume play. Just made me think of it. Schmidt.
Now something to keep in mind here on turnovers is we might see another one. Yep. We are. Lindquist with his 3rd steal and a foul by Adam Moore. But that now is going to be 6 turnovers in just 1 quarter of basketball. That's not the average you're looking for to Crimson's 2.
The first problem here is it's a bad pass by Schmidt because I think he wanted Papa to pop out. Strat had to go get it and go to the ground, and then chaos ensued.
And they're going to call that. It is going to be on Adam Moore. That'll just be his first. That would have been Papa's 2nd. Looks like he's back in after the quick healing rib injury on the drive by Murdoch.
Carroll with the ball, guarded by Cooper Ranson, the junior, who's a 3-point sniper when he can get a good look. Nice move and a nice pass, rolling to the basket. Murdoch, he's now got 6.
He's got 6 points and great ball movement. You see how good of a passing team this Crimson team is. And with the physicality that they're giving Lindquist, you've got to be able to find your impact on other ways. And he's been able to do it with passing and also with cutting and his defense.
Ojegba kicks it back out. I thought he had Papa down low. They'll work it over to Moore. 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Corner pocket, Ransom, pump fake, goes to the middle, and instead of shooting it, he throws it turnover. Taylor ahead, caught by Murdoch, and now Murdoch will spin out of it.
And Dev, that's going to be turnover number 7, and Crimson's going to take the last shot here and try and push this from 9 to 11 or 12.
That was one of our Everbowl keys to the game. Pineview averages 12 on the season. They're more than halfway to that number here in the first quarter. Not good news for Coach Pat.
And Crimson's been about 50-50 here, Dev, as Lindquist is going to take the look. Good decision there to back it out. You want to get the last shot here.
Carroll Dishes, Taylor
Especially
lands,
if
so
it looks
pretty.
like that, Mr. Dixon. What a great pass by Drake Carroll, who's doing it all with the passing, with the rebounding, and the scoring. Incredible pass there to Taylor.
The final bucket here. Carroll to Taylor. Mustangs rolling. They lead 17-6 here on the Fan Sports Network at the end of the first quarter. Back after a message from our great local partners.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
At Intermountain Sports Performance, we've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Back live here. Thanks for watching on the fansportsnetwork.com, our YouTube page, or KSLSports.com, or listening live on your local hometown sports source, the Fan Sports Network. Nobody brings more games than us to you of Region 9 basketball. And we've got this one today, and we will bring you the entire state tournament. Starting next Thursday, one of these teams will be in the Elite Eight. Winner moves on, loser, season comes to an end. Another empty possession there. Papa almost a steal, and the Mustangs can settle in the half-court set here early in the second quarter. Good unselfish ball movement, straightaway three, and a little off the mark. Rebound, Papa. Coach Pat saying go.
You'll take that look anytime you can get a great ball movement, multiple passes. But the story really for the game so far is that Jelani Ojegba, with his almost his 8th point there, should have been, is the only scorer for Pineview with all 6 of their points in one quarter. And we talked about that, not being able to have those scoring droughts where, one game they had 6 in the third, the other they had 0. So when you add those 2 up, that's 3 points per quarter in the third quarter against Crimson. Not enough to get the job done, and they start with only 6.
Ojegba wants more. He's going to go rise, and he's going to slam it with 2 hands. J.O. doing what he can.
And he's single-handedly keeping them in this game.
Off a curl, Murdoch, mid-range jumper, too strong. Rebound, Papa.
And maybe just a little bit of a force there, trying too hard. When they move the ball, that's where their success in that lead has come from so far.
Moore. Back to Ojegba. He's got the hot hand.
And they're going to keep trying to use this ball screen here.
Nothing available. Strat with it now. Little pick and roll to Papa. Papa facing, guarded by Lindquist. Backdoor cut, Ojegba all alone. Laying is good.
And Dev, he is a one-man scoring machine with 10. But again, this is where you've got to be patient if you're Crimson. Don't try and do too much here. Just go to the passing game. Don't be too passive, but be aggressive when you need to. The crowd wanted a turnover there, and they might be right, as it looks like he got himself a little too much.
Lindquist kicks it over to DC 1-2, and he can't find the mark. Again, rebound Lucas Papa. Papa comes from a basketball family. His dad's 6'1". His mom's about 6 foot. He's about 6'6" with his shoes off, 6'7" with the shoes on. Missed shot, loose scramble. Ranson goes right into the knee of Murdoch. Ouch.
Yeah, and this is the hard part about basketball. You got to stay in rebound. Murdoch tried to leak out a little bit, and so he was almost at the volleyball line by the time he realized that he needed to get back in the action.
This is the dunk from earlier. Watch the defense break down. Ojegba.
Yeah, he's so athletic, Dev. What a great move. But where's the help? Come on, Coach Wooden.
Ojegba's got 10. Ben, he only averages 11.8 on the season.
Yeah, no, he's kept them in this game, Dev. They've held Moore quiet. They've held Lindquist quiet, 2 of the guys that we anticipated being. And they're going to this, great pass by Carroll. Great, almost finished there. Everything looked good except for the end of that one.
Little too strong off the window across the rim. Ojegba stops, tries to pass it to Papa. It's deflected back. Ojegba, he gets his dribble back. 20 on the shot clock.
And if I was Coach Amico right now, I think I would just kind of let Jelani try and take over.
And he's going to take a three. Little heat
but
check.
not with that. I would have him get ball screens and just try and attack because he's so athletic.
I probably would have figured going into his junior year as Mac kicks it to Taylor, lost it, got it back.
Boy, and they're letting them be pretty physical as Lindquist is going to make that's got to be a foul. I mean, are you kidding me, folks?
It bumped him pretty hard, lost the ball, but they get possession back. Taylor lost the handle out of bounds. Turnover
see,
Mustangs.
This is the hard part for players, is they are able to when players are able to get away with that kind of contact, one, the game gets sloppy, and then two, you don't know how to defend, right? You're trying to anticipate, can I be more aggressive? Do I need to back off? And so, this is a crew that, had a little bit of struggles at the Dixie game as well.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of letting them play or not. I was watching that rivalry game, the game you heard on the fan, Utah Tech SU back on Thursday. There was 48 free throws taken in that game. The officials would not let them play.
But see, you've got to control the game early, right? You have to make sure that you're consistent as an official so that you give these guys a chance to adjust, especially in a game like this. I mean, right there, a tough screen right there.
Warner with the left hand, flip shot, and down it goes. Panthers have cut it down to a 5-point deficit, 17-12 on the Wilkinson scoreboard as we approach the halfway point of the second quarter.
A 6-0 run here is Crimson. As crisp as they look, now they look a little bit scattered.
Lindquist, good ball fake, mid-range floater. Wouldn't go. Tip in, no. Rebound, Ojegba.
I'm not a big fan of the floater. Use the glass, pull up, bank it in, or take one more dribble and extend.
Here we go. Panthers can close it down to a 2 or 3 point game with a bucket here. Shot from outside by Moore. Wouldn't go. In and out.
And I'll tell you what, that could have been a big one. And maybe a little bit of an early timeout as they had numbers there. But I think... And Lindquist is saying, are you kidding me? Look, they're hip checking, they're fouling, they're bumping. Like, I'm okay if you don't call it on the other end, but you got to be consistent, Mr. Official. That's the biggest struggle for any player.
Still the Panthers behind Mr. Ojegba making a charge. They trail 17-12. Back with more playoff basketball between the Panthers and the Mustangs after a message from our great local partners.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kalua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Wilkinson's House of Lighting, The Rink, Jersey Mike's, and Coral Canyon Golf Course.
Back live, the inbound to Lindquist here with 3:30 left to go in the opening half. 17-12, our score. Mustangs up 5 with the possession. J.J. Eaton kicks it back out to Carroll. And now to Murdoch. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Mack working on Moore. And Mack all the way to the rim, right-hand lane, got it. Pretty move from Lindquist, his first points of the game.
And they really needed it as Pineview had gone on a 6-0 run there. 10 of those supplied by, my gosh, Jelani Ojegba, the human scoring machine for Pineview, as he had all of their points.
Moore catch and shoot three. Nothing but the bottom of net's on fire. Triple for Moore, his first three of the night, or the afternoon, excuse me. Carroll drives the middle. Right hand for the left side, too strong.
That's the one that I'm talking about. You clearly see you've got contact on the arm. It's just hard for a player to be consistent when the ref isn't being consistent.
They're letting him play 19-15. Warner out top, one of 4 seniors for Coach Amico. Gives it to Schmidt. He's a junior. He wants a mid-range pull-up, and he got it. Caleb Schmidt got his first points of the afternoon.
Well, and he only had one against Crimson at home there on senior night. And so, you got to have some guys like these get active, as Britton Phillips is going to take an off-balance three-pointer. It looked like he turned around, squared up, and kind of thought, maybe I should shoot this. That's the one in a game like this. You've got to be decisive. You've got to make sure you know what you're doing in that situation.
Strat Williams spin cycle, lost the dribble. Good defense there by Phillips. Britton going to get a ring at halftime with the football ring ceremony. I think he's the only Mustang that played, at least varsity player that played for Coach Wayne Alofipo and won back-to-back state titles on the gridiron. That ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be back to the Mustangs. But Pineview has weathered the storm, Ben. They are only down 2. And I think the physical nature of this game actually benefits them.
Yeah, it favors them. Similar to how they played against Hurricane, right? The refs let Hurricane come out and basically do whatever they wanted on hand checks and pushes.
Lindquist on Ojegba. Moore was on in the last possession. Now Ojegba, they keep switching assignments defensively. One of our keys to the game for the Panthers. And it's worked well with only 19 points for the Mustangs. They average 62 a game, and there's a whistle and a foul.
And I know Schmidt's holding his head. I don't know if that was even on him.
I think it was on Ojegba.
Yeah, it looked like when he brought it down, that's where you have to be the most disciplined, right? When a guy brings the ball down low, if you go after it with 2 hands, it's going to be called, and it was going to be on Ojegba. That's his second. This is where as a coach, I think, go attack him, right? Post up Ojegba. Try and get a little ball screen action where you get him where he has to be less aggressive, because with 1:33 left, if Ojegba picks up his third, he's got 10 of their 17 points.
So Murdoch, who's an 83% free throw shooter, makes the first from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line. Second was short. It's a 3-point lead, 20-17. Panthers going to work. Schmidt crossover, mid-range jumper, short. And Murdoch goes and gets the rebound.
A little bit of a forced shot there, as we're going to see Britton Phillips off, and we're going to see Taylor back in.
Taylor back to Lindquist, inside to Drake. They love to post Drake up. And a fade away, looks good, it is good. DC 1-2.
You got to love when a senior says, I don't want this to be my last game. 22-17, just under a minute left. 5-point lead. Crimson needs a stop here, and Pineview needs another bucket to add to this big second quarter.
Schmidt can't do anything with that high ball. Screen out to Ojegba on the left wing. 3-point line extended. Dribbles more straight away. Gives it up quickly to Papa. Papa, not a threat to shoot the 3. They sag off him. Now to Moore. Back to Schmidt. 32 seconds left in the first half, and only 6 on the shot clock. A steal. J.J. Eaton. And now the Mustangs can hold for the final shot of the first half with a 5-point lead. Lindquist kicks 2-guard over to Carroll. Murdoch calling out the play from the Mustangs bench. Coming up, the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. Scores from around the state. Reaction to this one. Now to 6, they got to go. Murdoch to Carroll. Carroll to the middle. Bumps it down to Taylor, score the bucket. Beautiful ball movement. And it's Taylor who had a big first half on plays like that. Let's take another look.
What they've had is a little double screen action there. Nothing came apart. So what he did is he comes off, Lindquist slips through, Trevor Taylor rolls, and you get him on the little slip screen there for an easy basket to stretch that lead to 7 points. Got to give Crimson a lot of credit for coming back and maintaining their composure, because there for about 4 or 5 minutes, boy, it was all Pineview, and Pineview looked like they were going to not only come back, but maybe take the lead. And also got to give a lot of credit to Pineview, because they were dead in the water until Mr. Jelani Ojegba, Mr. Athletic, Mr. Power Dunk, was able to single-handedly keep them in the game for the first half.
Carroll had 6, Trevor Taylor was 6, 7 for Murdoch, and of course you mentioned Jelani, big first half. He scores 10 of the Panthers 17. At the half, on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard, Mustangs lead in a lower scoring affair, 24-17 over Pineview. We'll take a break. Message from our partners. Fire up the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show right after this.
Intermountain Sports Performance. We've been training athletes for over 20 years, and we guarantee your athlete will improve speed, agility, explosive power, and reduce the risk of injury while working with the most qualified and experienced team in Southern Utah. Find us on Instagram at sportsperformance_IH to learn more.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Hey, welcome back. And right now with the wireless microphone, head football coach Wayne Olofopo addressing the crowd. He's got all the football team, some of the assistant coaches here as well. Rings just came in, Ben, and got to feel good to get that state championship ring, something that you'll keep forever and ever as a nice keepsake and memories from, a hard-fought comeback. They look dead in the water in that state title game.
One of the greatest high school football games,
100%.
certainly that you've ever called. I mean, I know you've said that for you. Maybe the greatest one I've ever seen. I watched it at home on the Fan Sports Network, but this is incredible. These young men, people don't understand, right? Like, everyone wants to win an NBA championship. Everyone wants to win an NCAA championship. But for these guys, right, the majority of these guys, we're going to have some D1 players out here. For the majority of them, this is it, right? And to be a part of something special like that, a special win, and to see what Coach Olofopo has built, I mean, it's incredible. Back-to-back state champions, and I think they lost in the year before that, almost 3. They lost to Desert Hills, correct me if I'm wrong.
They did. That was Coach Barry and the Thunder that got a state championship. And then
so you love to see this. You love
Yeah.
to see this, and it's almost like the other night, at senior night, when there were 19 cheerleaders recognized. You can't quite go through every one of these guys, but certainly some incredible individual performances, but special to see any high school player win a state championship and that championship ring.
Signing day was, I think, last Wednesday, February 3rd, and a lot of kids deciding to go to Snow. McCord Christiansen, McKay Wright, of course, Still Barbin, who graduated the year before. We're going to see him after his mission at Utah Tech. This is, I think they had 7 kids sign. The long snap, one of their guards does their snapping. He signed at Utah Tech. So I don't have the list in front of me, but Coach Wayne does a great job of inspirational speeches and team lunches, and really has built a culture. And he's given a lot of credit to Andy Stokes, who's reunited with him after going up to Tentview and being the head coach for a number of years. McKay Wright, who was their everything. He made that huge goal line stand.
Yeah, that one hit he had to stop
pylon.
the touchdown.
And that was
big stuff.
That was the Vest kid, who's cousins to Boston Vest and Cooper Vest, who are great baseball players at New Mexico State and BYU respectively. And that kid's a player. And McKay Wright is now addressing the crowd. Just a great young man. So great moment, a great scene here at Crimson Cliffs, where we're playing basketball with the football game getting their official rings today. 24-17 is our score right now. Been a little bit lower scoring than probably you and I imagined when we got here.
Yeah, I kind of thought it would be like this, honestly, Dev, just because of the meaning of this game. This is win or go home. It's hard not to have a little bit of nerves. Heck, you and I were a little nervous and a little helter-skelter out of the gate. We had some video issues, computers, folks. But I'll tell you what. I think for both of these teams, they're in the locker room feeling pretty good about where they're at halfway through this thing. It's like the great Jamie Snook, one of the incredible, Devin, you never saw him, but he was one of the greatest Portland State players of all time. And he would always say, hey, look, no matter what happens going into halftime, it's about what happens in the second half. And that's not any truer than it is tonight, because this third quarter is as critical as possible for Pineview, because, look, they only scored 6 points in the last time. The time before that, they only scored 0. Dev, we'd never seen that. They didn't score a bucket in 8 minutes of high school basketball, and so this third quarter is going to be so critical for them. And then for Crimson, you were able to kind of steady the ship, right? And you were able to come out, you build on that lead. You've got a 7-point lead. Now you're thinking, hey, let's continue to move the ball. That's where we've been successful. That's where we've been effective. And if we can continue to do that and play our style of Mustang basketball, then we should win this and advance to the Elite 8 of high school basketball on Thursday up at SUU on the campus of the T-Birds. What's the arena now? It's not the Central.
America
That's what I know.
First Event Center. They kind of abbreviate it, call it the AFAC.
Oh, that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, the AFAC. I was talking about that the other day. I'm like, if I'm America First and everybody's calling it the AFEC,
Yeah.
what's up with my naming rights partnership? I still call it the America First Event Center, and we'll be there. That is where the state 4A basketball boys and girls tournament will be. We already had a couple Region 9 girls team punch their tickets to the Elite 8, Cedar, Dixie. Congrats to Coach Winters. They went on the road, beat the 5 seed Cottonwood yesterday. And then Snow Canyon, Livy Hamlin dropped 35. And certainly with 3 games to go, she's got state championship.
Yeah.
And it looks like in that girls' side, barring an unbelievable upset, Ridgeline and Snow Canyon could collide again in a rematch.
I think we're going to see it again. She's so fun. Look, I would pay all day to watch her play basketball. She is so good. She's so great on defense. She's a great teammate. She's a great individual. Her parents have done a great job. We know Matt, of course, he's helped out over the years.
Yeah.
But wow, 35 points. I think their opponent only scored 42, so she almost single-handedly outscored them. And if you have not seen her play basketball, it is special. She does it all.
And I don't know how much I want to get into this. She only had 19 in the state championship, lost to Ridgeline last year. But after last night's 35 points, she has 2,446 career points. She is exactly 90 points shy. So if she averages 30 points in the next 3 games, she'll be the all-time girls basketball scorer ever in the state of Utah. So there's that little side story to the girls 4A state championship as well. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk second half adjustments. We'll get you all the stats, and we'll get you some scores from other games around the state today. Everybody's trying to get to the Elite 8 in Cedar City. Mustangs lead by 7 at the break. This is the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Today's game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, and Holbrook Asphalt.
Back here at the field house inside the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. If you're looking for a commercial agent there that can go build it, commercial construction, they have been just growing and growing, doing an unbelievable job. A lot of the big businesses that have popped up over the years, Grass Creek's probably built, including that state-of-the-art new Summit Athletic Club over there on Sunset. They do a lot of LDS churches, and we're really excited to have them as a partner here. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist, and at the half is 24-17 Mustangs with the touchdown lead. Let's get you some scores first off here, brought to you our Region 9 updates by The Rink. Hope you got over to The Rink last night for Valentine's Day. They had a fun night and a nice little couple skate, and they've always got cool things like that on all the big holidays. If you want to schedule your next birthday party or just go out for some old-fashioned roller skating fun, visit skatetherink.com. Up there next to Nets on Fire and Intermountain Sports Performance. They got a bunch of businesses up there. And, of course, I'll be over there at 4 o'clock for my daughter's basketball game right there next to the rink. Maybe I'll go skate after we watch some 7th grade basketball. Scores, let's go to Dixie. Dixie is having their way with Logan right now, 35-10. the score. Ryan Forsey, we're hearing, is picking apart the Logan Grizzlies defense. That game, by the way, if you're looking for it, is streaming on the fansportsnetwork.com, our YouTube page, and KSLsports.com. Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff over there with the coverage.
Well, a little bit of a surprise to have Logan in that matchup in the second round as they were able to upset Skyview. But a little bit of what I expected. Look, Logan not nearly in Dixie's class, I think, at this point of the season.
But Skyview, they played Wednesday, the last game of the regular season, and I think Logan losing by 2 kind of felt like, oh, we can play with them, and then they go play them again, and that's hard to do.
That's really hard,
a couple days in between.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams are doing the same thing. They played each other just a week and, well, just 8 days ago.
But it goes to show you how hard it is to travel, right? And I don't have a Desert Hill score update.
Driving from Logan all the way from the top of the state to the bottom. We do have a Desert Hill score now.
31-21.
Yep, 31-21. That's kind of about what I expected. You just never know. I think Payson, I've subscribed to the all season to say, hey, the Region 9 has been undervalued, underappreciated, and underrated. And certainly to see Crimson with a 7 seed and even Hurricane with only a 6 seed, a little bit surprising there. I still think, Dev, I'm going to make one more case for this. If anybody's listening from the state, go back to where the region champions get the top 4 seeds. They've earned it.
I agree.
Otherwise, why have a region? We should just go play everybody, turn it into the Live Tour. But for me, it's so important to just make sure that that region championship is sacred, it's protected. And this year, it was a little bit shocking to see what happened in an RPI standpoint. And then one more score, Deb. We got the Hurricane score. They're up 31-30 at half. I actually anticipated, and I think you and I talked about this, that they would be up a little bit more than that.
Murray's best player is suspended. He got in a fight.
Yeah, 2 of their guys.
2 guys, but their best player was one of them. So we thought maybe Murray would be a little bit shorthanded. So Tigers going to be in a dogfight in that second half with just a 1-point lead in that one. So Dixie's up big, Hurricane's up by 1, Desert Hills is down by 10. Here in our game, Crimson at the half, presented by Great Harvest Bread Company, 24-17. Jelani Ojegba, game high 10, 3 for Adam Moore, 2 for Warner off the bench, and 2 for Caleb Schmidt. A really balanced scoring for the Mustangs in that first half. 7 for Murdoch, but 6 for Taylor, 6 for Carroll, 3 for J.J. Eaton, 2 for Lindquist in that first half.
Yeah, and the 2 surprises are Adam Moore with only 3. He had 23 on Wednesday and has had 2 games where he's had 5 threes. They held him to 1. Obviously, they focused on that in the week of preparation for Crimson. And then the other one is Lindquist with 2. That's off of his mark. And certainly, you've been able to see how physical that the refs have let them play. And they're focused in on him. The good thing is he's a great passer, and he'll find guys, and he's done so in the first half. Drake Carroll, another guy that's done it with his defense. He's done it with his rebounding out of the point guard position, and he's done it with his passing. And so here we go, half number 2, and it looks like the refs are not quite set as they're pointing over to the score table and saying, hey, are you guys ready?
Quickly, you're a fly on the wall. Coach Murdoch, what was the message at halftime for the Mustangs and also for Coach Pat?
I think it was probably a little bit more be patient, keep up the pressure, don't give up easy baskets, and make sure that we're decisive in this second half. For Coach Pat Amico, I think he's saying, look, guys, we're in this thing. We're only down 7. We were going to be out 20 in that first quarter the way it was shaped. But if we can come out and get some turnovers just like that, then we can get back into this basketball game.
Caleb Schmidt ended up with that ball in a deflection, and here come the Panthers. So an empty set. Strat on a curl, nothing there, straight away to Moore. He'll drive the lane all the way to the baseline, left-hand shot. Tough shot, and he misfired short. Here comes Matt. Lindquist will slow it down. There's a little bit of patience. Now a crossover, kick. Great look at a 3 for J.J. Eaton, but he can't find the range.
And a great pass. You get the attention. That's one that looked like J.J.'s feet just weren't quite set. He kind of had to shuffle him a little bit, and that's disruptive as a shooter. You have to anticipate that pass, get down in the stance, and be ready to shoot.
President's Day weekend, going to be a lot happier for the winner of this game as they'll punch their ticket to the Elite 8 in Cedar City starting next Thursday morning. I think the winner of this game will play the 12:50 game, if I'm not mistaken.
It's another 1 o'clock game, essentially.
Yeah, that's kind of helpful with playing this one today for the winner. Eaton over to Lindquist, still a 7-point lead. Neither team has scored here early moments, third quarter. Play-by-play brought to you by Intermountain Sports Performance, sport-specific, science-based training. They got some specials right now. Lindquist, corner pocket 3, it just would not fall.
And another great pass and another great look. That one almost hung on there. Great pass by Carroll. That's one Lindquist certainly wants back.
Strat lost the dribble, kicks back outside to Moore. Moore only 1-3. Last 2 games, he hit 5 in each. Papa attacking, and Lindquist with the foul, but he couldn't get the and one.
And look, that's Lindquist's second foul. Not as disruptive as getting that early in the second quarter as you see him rise up there. If he was one more step over, right? One more step over, you can be a little more contest. But I like the physicality there as he meets him at the apex and makes sure that he doesn't get a momentum dunk.
Free throw, Papa got it. Free throws brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Fuel it up, wash it down, save. Every time you get a car wash, you save at the pump. 20 cents off per gallon.
And that's going to be his first point of the game, Dev. And second right there. And if you're Pineview, you're gives them an opportunity to jump into their press that they had some success with at the end of the game against Crimson last week.
Patiently, they break it. Murdoch on a slow dribble across the timeline.
See, and I don't like as much of this wait till the shot clock goes down. I think at this point in the game, you have to continue to be aggressive.
6 minutes left here in the quarter number 3. Boulevard home game of the week. Taylor whips it to Carroll. He's shot ready. It's in the air, and he got it. Net's on fire. 3, Drake Carroll.
He's just got a knack for the big play, right? The one against Dixie. He had another 3 against Pineview last week that kind of steadied the ship for them. But he just kind of knows when to pick his moments.
Nice drive by Moore. Lob it high, but stolen away. J.J. Eaton comes out of there with the basketball.
See, and this is where I like to see him run a little bit and be a little more aggressive.
Panthers do get back. Match up man-to-man defensively. Carroll working hard, giving up some length as Ojegba guarding him, and a whistle and a foul as he picks his way to the middle.
And this one will be interesting, Dev. If this is on Ojegba, this is going to be number 3. My guess is it's going to be on Papa. That'll be just his first there. Okay. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I love them being aggressive. Go at Ojegba. He's guarding you. If he picks up a foul, that'll be his 3rd. And that's not going to be good because you only get 5 in high school. And if it's just into the 3rd quarter and you get your 3rd, the coach has got to sit you for a second. Carroll's going to miss that first of the 2-shot foul.
And second one from the Fab Freddy's free throw line is good.
And he's got 10. So our leading scorers, 10 for Drake Carroll, 10 for Jelani Ojegba, the human highlight film.
He had an impressive first half, but they're going to need another one from Jelani, and they're going to need some help as the Panthers slow out of the gates here, and they have found themselves down by 9.
I don't know. This is where I get, as a fan of the game and also as a former player, I go, how do you know what to do defensively, right? That wasn't called in the first half. Now it's getting called in the second half. And this is great news for Pineview. And if you're Coach Amico, you'd love to see your leading scorer get a chance to go to the foul line for 2 freebies because he has struggled in the first half, not getting many looks. So this will get him 4 on the night and also get him a chance to see the ball go through the hoop, Dev.
Yep. 28-20. One more for Mr. Moore, and he got it. So
and that'll be 5 on the night for him. That'll get Pineview another opportunity to jump into this press. Again, those watching at home and trying to figure out basketball, someone's got to get in the middle there, especially on a press like that where it's more of just a little man-on-man matchup.
Great crowd here at Crimson Cliffs for a 1 o'clock tip-off on a President's Day weekend. Town is hopping. Baseball tournaments, soccer tournaments, bunch of 4A state basketball games, girls and last night, boys today. Corner to Mack. He thought about the 3. He'll bring it back up. Now he'll use a Taylor screen and they get a foul.
This is what I've said is go at him, right? This is going to be his 3rd foul, and just like that, you're going to see Cooper Ransom go to the scores table, and Jelani's going to have to sit for at least 2 or 3 minutes as there's no way to keep him in there because a 4th foul in the 3rd quarter means he can't guard anybody.
Keep you posted on the other games, Hurricane and Murray, Desert Hills and Payson, and Dixie and Logan.
There's backdoor action potential there. I like this little scissor action.
And Carroll, low bounce. Papa comes to double him briefly. Now they kick it back to JJ.
That's where Lindquist has got to attack this guy.
Lindquist, still plenty of time on the shot clock, down to 13. Carroll, high lob. Taylor, good catch. He'll kick it back to Carroll. Carroll, left-hand scoop shot, no good. Papa grabs the rebound.
And again, so much contact there. I think Carroll was expecting a little bit of help.
Ranson will line up a deep 3.
He's a great shooter. He's been that instant offense guy for Pineview this year, Dev. a transfer from, you don't see this often, a transfer from Desert Hills who had to sit out the first half of the season, and Carroll's going to launch a three, and he's going to hit gold
Nets on
and
fire,
strike
three.
it rich. Great timeout here by Coach Murdoch. 31-21, 3:39 in the third quarter of the second round of the 4A Utah State playoffs.
Mustangs pulling away by 10 now after leading by 7 at the half. Quick break, and we're back here to the field house for more Region 9 basketball on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Hey, we're back here to the field house. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Building is with integrity is their competitive edge at Grass Creek Construction. 10-point lead for the Mustangs. And 3:36 to go in the third. Still anybody's game at this point.
Look for a set play here. They're going to try and get Isaiah posted up, and Lindquist is saying, well, what's he doing on the ground there? But look for something out of Moore or Schmidt here.
And Schmidt catch and shoot three. Looked online, but it was way too strong. Phillips grabs the rebound. Over to Lindquist. He'll slow it up momentarily.
And I think you got to exploit this right here.
Lindquist drives hard. He's fouled. It should be on the shot, I believe.
That's one where.
No, they're going to say on the floor. No, they're not. They're going to say they're going to say on the floor. Lindquist was at the line. He thought it was on the shot.
Oh.
He was clearly elevated.
Yeah, but that's, again, you have to recognize the matchup. So Jegba's off the court. You got a smaller guy. Either go to a post up or a J.J. Eaton three out of a baseline out of bounds. Another good look for him. That one just a little bit long.
Drive the baseline. Stat Williams has it deflected.
Anticipation there as the wide open Cooper Ransom. He's shooting about 45% there, and that was going to be a gift as Murdoch able to recover with his length and athleticism.
And out top it goes to Strat. Moore thought about the three. He'll drive the lane and can't convert. Got his own miss. Stripped right to Schmidt. Schmidt turns. He's wide open, so he fires it and misses it. And Panthers struggling to score here in the third.
Only 5 in the third quarter. Actually 4, sorry. They had 17, right?
Phillips lost the handle, diving Williams.
And look, this is what Pineview's been able to do, as we're going to see Ojegba come in. You couldn't sit him for much longer than that. Pineview their effort and their energy is always consistent, Dev. There's no dip, right? Their shooting might be off, but their energy and effort on defense is consistent.
I think that goes to the coaching staff.
Absolutely.
Lindquist, nice move, mid-range jumper, his bread and butter, and down it goes. McKay Lindquist, second bucket. He's got 4 points.
And you know his eyes light up as he sees that matchup there. Has a little bit of a size advantage and the best mid-range game, I think, in the state.
And I agree. That mid-range jumper is so pure. Shot up again, outside three, won't go for more.
And a chance for Crimson with Carroll getting a breather there to be able to stretch this lead. It's 12 right now, 33-21, just under 2 minutes. They're going to run a high ball screen here and try and get this mismatch again. Carroll, a great pass there.
And Taylor's going to ball fake, kick it to JJ, and it's deflected and stolen. Williams saving it, and now Jegba has it over to Moore. Moore wants to attack. Lindquist in good defense position. Tries to block the shot. He couldn't block it, but he altered it. But the Panthers get it back. Fresh shot clock. Jegba over to Moore. Moore all the way up and bump, no call, rebound, here come the Mustangs.
And look, I think either one of those could have been called. You see the difference as Phillips is going to strike gold. And he has hit big three after big three all season long. That'll be his first points of the game and enough to push the lead to 15. But what I was going to say, Dev, real quick, as you see Coach Amico come over and say, one of those has got to be a foul, but the refs haven't called those on either end.
Nope,
and so
play.
That's what's so hard as a player is you anticipate contact, but either one of those could have been a foul where Adam Moore looked like there was contact, but they have not called that all game.
Crimson pulling away on shots like this. Kick out, Phillips, the trailer, sets his feet, and it nets on fire. 3. We'll take a quick break. Largest lead of the game. All of a sudden, you look up on the Wilkinson scoreboard. It's 36-21 Crimson.
Hello, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Today's game is brought to you by Findlay Subaru, Honolulu Grill, Nets on Fire, and Intermountain Sports Performance.
Back here live, Crimson Cliffs, home of the Mustangs, and they've got a 15-point lead, 105 and ticking here left in the quarter. You kind of feel like Panthers need a little run. Instead, they turn it over. Lindquist racing ahead, lays it up, and he left it just a little bit short. Oh, my goodness.
And, young fella, you got to use the glass. You had all the possession, a chance to make a big play. You got to use the glass.
Unless you're going to dunk
it.
I thought he was going to dunk it for a second, then I think he changed his mind. Another steal. Lindquist, another leak out. He will lay it in off the glass, and it's
use
good.
the glass. You got to at least give it to the young fella. He's coachable. That'll be his 6th of the night. And another steal, back-to-back steals. Great pass by Carroll. By my count, he has 7 assists on the night for the senior.
Phenomenal.
And he's got 13 points. And all of the unmentionables, the steals, the defense, the leadership, all of those things matter in a second-round playoff game like this, Dev.
Lead is now up to 17, and the Panthers have only scored 4 in the third quarter. The third quarter has been
double tip. That's going to be, oh, Dev, that's going to be 13
now?
turnovers there. And that's where you got to use the length. I was always told from one of my mentors, Big E Lautenbach, who used to be an incredible basketball player, one of the best mid-range games himself, you got to use your length and athleticism.
at the horn. Good if it goes. Phillips, no. But defense leading to offense. The steal here by Lindquist. It goes to Carroll, who gets it back and then use the glass, young fella.
Yeah, you can't dunk that. Lay it off the glass. Let the high flyers do the fancy stuff. Stick to the fundamentals. Coach Wooden up in heaven saying, come on, young fella.
8 minutes on the fourth quarter clock. When we come back, Mustangs by 17 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Handles Ice Cream, Intercap Lending, and Red Rock Real Estate.
Put 8 minutes on the clock. That's all that remains in this game for the loser. Whoever falls, season comes to an end. Winner goes to the Elite Eight in Cedar City at the America First Event Center next Thursday.
Dev, look for a design play here to give either Ojegba or Adam Moore a shot from the perimeter.
Drive, floater, got it, Mr. Moore.
And again, you got to get him involved. He's only got 7 now, but he only had 5 into that point with not very many shots.
Pressure from the Panthers. Ball is loose. Cooper Ranson grabs it.
And Dev, you know this is rule number 1 of basketball. Square up first.
Ball deflected out of Ojegba's hand. Harris tips it out. Moore kicks it over, and there's a 3. Nets on fire 3 by Cooper Ranson.
And that's going to be his first points of the game, but as we mentioned, he is a deadly three-point shooter.
Got some 4A updates, a 10-second call. It'll be Pineview basketball. Hurricane leads by 5. 3 minutes left in the third. 44-24. Ridgeline is beating Hillcrest. That one at the end of the third. And Grand Canyon, an overall #1 seed, beating Westfield right now with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 51-33.
Yeah, expected score there.
Updates brought to you by The Rink. SkateTheRink.com, perfect for your next kid's birthday party. Panthers on a little run. They've closed it to 12, and they have the possession. Lob it high to Harris. Harris pump fake, scores it, and one. Britton Phillips left his feet, Ben.
And I'd love to see the replay on this. Probably could have called 3 seconds there, but it almost looked like a travel too. Okay, so at this point, Dev, he's in the paint. Okay, they've got it there. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yep.
Look, a hard pass. You got to give credit to Jelani. He throws a great touch pass. He's an underrated passer. He finds Harris, who's going to anywhere that he wants this year for college football as a tight end. And he'll knock down the foul shot for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yes, sir. Brock Harris scores.
And just like that, Dev, 8 straight points.
Yep. It's just been that third quarter. They're great in every other quarter, but that third quarter has been terrible. And now we've got a timeout taken
and
they
again,
double-team
like,
Lindquist in the corner.
This is basketball 101. Okay, there's 2 things you don't do, Dev. You don't run to the corner, all right, when you know there's a press on. And number 2, you don't dribble across half court and pick the ball up in the corner either, right? Those are extra defenders, right? A third invisible defender there. Lindquist has got to know there's nowhere to go downtown, and that's a bad.
30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Timeouts all season long, brought to you by Luke Luke at American Family Insurance. See how much he can save you on your auto, home, or life insurance. Woo-wee. 4A. Pressure on. Who can get to Cedar City? Love it.
Coach Amico up, energized. He's certainly going to have to put on some of that deodorant after this game because he's sweating, he's hustling, he's getting down in a stance, and he's coaching his brains out to try and get back into this game as it's now cut to 9. Crimson has to be careful in this trap. Got to find guys in the middle. Got to stay squared. Got to stay. Another opportunity here. You're going to give him a free trap. Get it over to Mr. Carroll. Let him just clear it out.
They barely get it across in time, and now a hard collision.
My gosh, and talk about a football play.
Yep.
Harris usually catching those instead of delivering those, but you can see that's the last guy you want to run into. That guy's used to having pads on. But my focus here, you got to make sure that you maintain spread offense here. You got to have somebody in the middle, and you got to make sure where you catch it is the right spot. You got to be so careful with that.
Out top, Murdoch. Murdoch had 7 in the first half. He has yet to score in half number 2.
I like the idea of posting up Lindquist here.
The ball deflected. Lindquist goes and gets it.
Now this is where you attack. Ojegba has 3 fouls. He cannot give up number 4. Go at him.
Lindquist trying. Now he's going to use his screen all the way to the elbow. Kick it back out to Drake. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. They got 8. Drake now with 6. All the way to the wraparound pass. Lindquist got to take a straightaway 3 down the barrel, and he misses it. Rebound Harris. Panthers can draw closer.
Great
They're
pass
down by
by
9.
Carroll there. Did everything that he could. That's a good open look.
Tight one here. Single-digit lead. Panthers would love another bucket as Moore drives into Taylor. Lost the handle. Ball deflected. And it touched Moore as he was sitting on the deck, and it'll be Crimson basketball.
I mean, I think that's a foul. I really do. I mean, you got to give the young fella some credit, but, you know, Trevor Taylor does a great job of maintaining that verticality there. But, you know, normally you'd say that's a foul. Great job finding the middle here, but they haven't called that all night.
Nice breakdown of the defense. Taylor kicks out, and it's a backcourt violation. I thought he was going to shoot it there, Ben. I really thought he had a good look.
He should have shot it, but this is one where you got to maintain composure, right? You're up 9. Maintain that composure. Slow down. Don't pick the ball up if you don't have to.
So Panthers get it back, down by 9. We're 5 minutes, 40 seconds left to go and ticking in our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Got a little design play here. Almost had more there. Usually they've gotten there. He's going to come off that little zipper screen. He's going to cast a 3, Dev.
And it goes. And,
oh my
it
gosh.
wasn't pure, but he got it to drop through the net, and that's all that matters for Adam Moore. That is his second 3 of the night. And a drive and a score by Murdoch. and he's down, and he's fired up. He gets helped up. He'll go to the line for the and one.
And two things here that I love. One, this is a great pass, right? Another great bounce pass. Uses the rim as another a blocking defender there. But what I love about that is he goes down hard to the ground, and every Crimson player rushes over to pick him up. That's the sign of a team that's together.
Mark that one down as in a top play nominee, as he cannot convert from the Fabulous Freddy's free throw line.
He has missed 2 foul shots.
Ojegba to the middle. Lobs it high to Harris. Kick out to the corner to Ranson. Now back to Ojegba. He wants to drive on Murdoch. Scores it, no. But a foul comes, so Ojegba will be shooting 2.
This is what Ojegba does really well. He has that really smooth shot fake where he kind of looks like he's just kind of lifts the ball. A lot of guys haven't worked on that. He has. He gets Murdoch just enough up in the air on the front of his toes, right? You want that weight centered. But in that case, he had him off balance. He attacked with his strong hand. If anything, you got to force guys to their weak hand as he's able to get the ball to go through. He's struggled a little bit from the foul line, but on that one and tonight, he's been 2 for 2, Dev.
Got some Rink Region 9 updates for you. 47-41, Hurricane leads Murray going to the fourth quarter. Dixie's pulling away from Logan. And as always, if we get over 55 points in one of our games, if you're watching or listening, you can go to Yogurtland and get the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert after the game on a President's Day weekend. Whistle and a foul, as Lindquist was dribbling through traffic. Both teams have just 2 team fouls, and that is the 3rd on Pineview now. So nobody really in foul trouble here down the stretch.
Quick update, 47-41 Hurricane after 3.
That's a fun one. That's a tight one out there. Tigers trying to get to the Elite 8. They've been sneaky solid all year. Carroll shaking and baking. Left-hand shot, left it short.
And really a tough shot there. You didn't have to shoot it. That's one where if they're able to get back in front of you, just back it out.
Strat terminates the dribble, goes up and under, and scores the bucket. Stratton Williams, the senior. Coach Pat Amico will take a UD & Associates 30-second timeout. That was a patient play by Williams as he went and got it.
Maybe a travel there, but able to compose himself, get back to his strong hand, lift him in the air, and gently shoot it. Didn't use the backboard, but sometimes you get those ones to drop.
Quick break, back here in the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point game.
Hi, I'm Jermaine Ojegba from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and skate The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Today's game is brought to you by Everbowl, Back 9 Golf, Fabulous Freddy's, and Great Harvest Bread Company.
Okay, moments ago I felt like, Ben, we were looking up, Crimson's pulling away, they're up by 17, and you look up now, it's a 5-point game. The Panthers have no quit, no fight in them, and we still got 4.5 minutes to play. Murdoch probably touched the out-of-bounds line, or did he get a timeout? They grant Murdoch the timeout. Oh, that could have been a travel, could have been a foul, it could have been he slid onto the baseline, and instead, I don't know if we caught the end of that, and we just missed it. They grant the timeout.
We had a horrible angle here, but the coaching staff sure seems to think that maybe that was a little bit of a friendly call. That's a hard one. Again, though, in a press break offense, right? You're on a string. You bring that ball in, you get the pass. The guy who passed it to you, he has to be behind you. You advance the ball, then you go back, and then you advance it on the weak side. In that case, Trav just started running up the floor. You can't do that because the trap is coming.
Yeah. We'll keep it right here. Another Luke Udy American Family Insurance timeout. Ben, what's gotten Pineview back into a position to potentially win this game?
Well, they've had a couple great breaks. That one Adam Moore 3 that seemed to be so off. Sometimes in golf we say so bad it was good. In that case, that shot was so bad it actually went in. It went off the back of the rebound, or the back iron, and kind of slid back in with some kind of weird dead spin. But really, it's their press and their aggressiveness. They've maintained that defensive pressure all game long. That has never been a problem for them. scoring in quarters has been a little bit, and right now the story is Crimson scoring, where they're struggling. They had a 17-point lead with just 4:21 in the fourth quarter. It's 40-35. You have to meet every pass here. You have to come to the ball, and you have to have someone in the middle here. As Lindquist finally hears the lesson.
They get it ahead, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Mustangs.
And that's a difficult pass to make, right? Just make the simple play. That's a little bit of why this is just a 5-point game, is there's no reason for home runs. You got to be somewhere in the middle. You're not trying to slow the game down so bad. And this Murdoch, you can't bring your guy over to the guy that you're trying to post up. That's where you have to maintain spacing.
Mustangs have their original starting 5 on the floor. Murdoch pump fakes on the 3, back out to Lindquist. He'll take a deep 3, too strong. Rebound Brock Harris, who quickly gets it to Williams. Williams trying to feed it down to Cooper Ranson, and Lindquist, good job getting back defensively to tip it out of bounds.
And I don't mind the shot, but again, attack. They've got guys in foul trouble. Someone go at Ojegba. He's got 3 fouls, right?
He's done a good job not picking up number 4.
This is also just understanding simple basketball is Big Brock Harris.
Moore lines up a triple. Got it! Adam Moore with the Nets on fire 3. Ahead to Murdoch, and he's fouled. He'll head to the line with a 2-point Crimson lead. Travis Murdoch will toe the stripe, and the crowd and the energy, you can feel the Panther student section and some of their fans here. They're as loud as they've been the entire afternoon right now, Ben.
Well, I was a little bit nervous thinking, man, that's too bad. A 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon game, President's Day weekend. It's going to be like a preseason game. But my goodness, it feels like it's a Friday night in Southern Utah, as it is at capacity and loud here as Murdoch knocks down the first. Boy, he's missed 2 foul shots tonight. That's never happened all season long.
Go back to that 3 for just a second. I mean, this is a tough 3, hand in his face, and he knocks it down.
As Jay Wright says, the great college coach, you're never more open than when you catch the basketball, and that's Adam Moore understands that, as we see Murdoch knock down the second and finally get some points on the board. I think the scorer was starting to wonder if they'd ever notch into the Crimson basket.
So the 2 Fabulous Freddy's free throws makes it Crimson back up 42-38. Hard drive, but offensive foul called on Moore.
Wow.
Adam Moore, did he clear some space? Let's take another look at that one.
Great move off the ball screen by Adam Moore, who's knocked down a couple threes.
Greg was set. He was set. But it's a tough call either way. That's the hardest call in basketball, Ben.
Yeah, I don't like how Crimson has both of their guards so spread out in the corners here. You're on a string, right? So you can either, and this we're trying to post up. This is interesting.
They break the pressure. Lindquist has the basketball with 3 minutes.
See, and I think that's a matchup you attack right there. Either post up Lindquist or post up Carroll, because on both of those guys, Williams and Ranson, they have the size advantage.
The Panthers' defensive chants are out in the field house here at Crimson Cliffs High School, and now a whistle and a foul.
And that's going to be foul shots for Lindquist. He hit 8 straight against Dixie, had game-winning foul shots at Desert Hills, and maybe 2 of the bigger free throws with just 3 minutes left, 42-38 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Boy, Dev, a chance to stretch this thing to 6 with under 3 minutes and give Crimson a chance to breathe for just a moment.
Reminder that the winner of this game, as Lindquist's free throw is no good on the first attempt, will play the winner of the Desert Hills and Payson game. Last report we had was Payson was up 10 at the half. And second free throw, no good. It stays a 4-point Crimson lead. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the game clock. Will there be overtime necessary in a tight one here? And Murdoch says, I don't want overtime, I want to steal. All the way to the lay-in, no. And here come the Panthers. Williams racing ahead, down the lane, kicks it to Harris, flips it up and in. Brock Harris, he's got 5 now in the game. Pressure comes. Panthers save it and steal it. Stratton Williams gives it over to Moore. 2:17 on the clock, 42-40. Mustangs clinging to a 2-point lead. Backdoor cut, Ranson over to Harris again, he got it! Another one. We're tied, 42. Lindquist ahead, Taylor to Murdoch, and they steal it. They say no foul. Here comes Pineview, a chance to take the lead. The Panther fans are on their feet. Strat Williams will hold. That was helter-skelter. Officials are saying my time. Take another look. Brock Harris, back-to-back buckets. Defense leading to offense here. Look at the unselfish pass. Harris up and in.
Great feed. You hate to see Harris, who has a bright future ahead of him in college football.
He's hurt.
Again, we've seen every single college coach at Pineview this year.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning was there. I mean, you got Alabama there. You got
Coach Whittingham, Utah.
Coach Whittingham. Yeah, I mean, you've got them all. And
when he released his top list, I think it was 8 schools, they all came to town.
And look, give a lot of credit to Pineview. They've certainly been able to. I think this looks like more of just a cramp is what I'm seeing. Maybe a little hip flexor, but they're asking for some Gatorade.
The left hip.
But this is, Pineview's maintained their aggressiveness all game. Crimson has become passive. It started in the third quarter. They just kind of started working the pass around for no apparent reason, right? It was like, it's the third quarter. Continue to attack. And so I think that has tightened everybody up, as you've seen Travis Murdoch miss 3 free throws. You got Lindquist who missed 2. And then you have Trevor Taylor, who's all of a sudden not, instead of scoring those, and I like the idea that he's given it up to his teammate there, Travis Murdoch, but Murdoch's got to compose himself and make sure that either you get the foul or you get the bucket. In that case, 2 missed opportunities, and Pineview capitalizes on both of them with great little pocket passes to the big fella, Mr. D1 himself in football, Brock Harris. He's going to sit now and going to see Papa back in the game here. It'll be Pineview ball. Look for a designed play here. And as good as Crimson has played in this game to stretch it to 17, Devin, now it's a tie ball game with 2 minutes left, 1:51 on the clock. And we've got kind of what you expected.
We haven't settled anything. Expect the unexpected in Region 9, a head-to-head matchup to get to the Elite 8 next Thursday. Winner of this game will play the winner of Payson and Desert Hills.
Crimson's going to go to a zone to try and be a little disruptive. I would have liked to have seen this a little bit earlier as they had success.
Ojegba, quick move to the left hand, short. Papa fight for the rebound, and they say last touch by J.J. Eaton.
And that's just one where, again, J.J. and Trav, that's the same guy going for the same rebound. That's an unfortunate bounce as they had a great defensive stop there. And they're going to switch guys up here. My guess is this is going to be a little quick action. And they're saying 5 seconds on the clock.
1:32 to go.
Yeah, there was no, it didn't hit the hoop, I didn't think there, Dev.
I don't think we caught the replay.
No.
I don't know if it did or didn't. I didn't think it did. It is Ojegba, Papa, Moore, Strat Williams, Cooper, Ranson on the court right now for Pat Amico and Pineview. And the starters out there for Coach Scott Murdoch. Inbound to the corner. Moore, high arcing 3, and he missed it. Outlet to Taylor. Taylor gonna go all the way in. Go to the left hand, and he left it short.
See, Dev, just go get the first one, right? If you're not going to do that, kick it out to Murdoch. He was wide open, and Papa, speaking of wide open, saying, hey, I'm wide open down below. That would have been a tough pass. Great timeout here. 42-42, 1:12 left.
We catch our breath. We'll come back for the finish. Like Ben said, 1:12 left in the game. We haven't settled anything. We're tied at 42 apiece on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Huge
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Back here, crunch time at the field house at Crimson Cliffs. Devin Dixon, Ben Lindquist. We have not sat down in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth the entire night. Fans are not sitting right now for the most part. 1:12 on the clock, tied 42 apiece.
Look for a design set here to get Ojegba or Moore a bucket. And this is one where I would maybe throw a little man on here, and it looks like maybe they are. Okay, I like this move, right? You were just in a zone. No, they're going to go back. They're going to stay into this trap, and somebody's open.
Strat Williams to the middle of the key. Whips it Ojegba beyond the three-point line on the right angle. Nothing there. Still 6 on the shot clock, but they got to go. Now Ojegba attacks. Off the window. Got it. No call. Ojegba gives the Panthers the lead. They've erased a 17-point deficit. A lead pass ahead. Who threw it out and who touched it last? It'll be Panther basketball. Pineview will have it back with a 2-point lead and only 41 seconds remaining in this game. Unbelievable comeback.
You hate to see a pass like that. You've got timeouts still. At this point, now they're gonna foul early. And I like this, right?
Do too.
You got 2 team fouls. Get a couple quick fouls. But Carroll's got to be smarter than that. You can't just turn around, throw the ball, and hope that somebody's there. You got to be more disciplined, especially in a game like this, right? It's still a 2-point game. Crimson's not out of this yet, and Pineview isn't home free, but right now they've just played better in the second half.
They get it into the corner. They got a bunch of fouls to give. One more to put them at 4, and then one more to put them on the line. And they're not fouling that quickly, and finally they do, and a hard
and
foul.
Carroll's got to be careful there. I think thought he got him a little bit earlier. And Amico saying, well, if that would have been us, you would have called an intentional foul. I know, I love the hustle, I love the attempt, but that's probably not the case.
You got to draw the attention.
They knew they were trying to foul.
Yeah, you got to draw the attention. You got to stop the clock.
And
you
now
let
they're
too much go
going to
off
have
already.
to foul again. The question is, who do you foul in this lineup? As all of these guys are good shooters.
And Moore fouled hard again, and the Panther fans didn't like it.
And Pineview just has more swagger right now. Like Crimson looks tense. They look tight, and I still subscribe that started in the third quarter when they just started passing the ball, running a weave outside the three-point line offense. You can't do that.
Moore is the guy you want in the line for Coach Pat Amico. 80% free throw shooter. For the senior, he got it.
And he's got every bounce in the second half as he gets another one to fall there where it hits the rim. Now this thing is stretched to 3.
Moore's got 10 points in the game. This one would make it a 4-point lead. So this is a big one here with 26 seconds remaining, and he got it. 2 big ones for Adam Moore from the free throw line, presented by Fabulous Freddy's. Another timeout on the court. We're not going anywhere. Timeout's brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Full timeout. And now Crimson, who has been behind in key situations. I go back to the Dixie game. They were down 7 with 28 seconds on the clock, and they took the lead, and it looked like they'd hit a game winner. We know inadvertent whistle, and that one kind of slipped away from them. But they have been in this situation before. Do you want 2 or 3 here if you're Crimson?
Yeah, just a quick 2 to get some more pressure on them on the foul line. You certainly don't need to foul or shoot a 3 just yet. This is one of those things where you got to have a quick hitter, something like a backdoor, maybe out of a high post UCLA set. But look, I'll go back again. To me, this is a result of how passive they played in the second half and how aggressive that Pineview played.
Yeah, they really have.
And then some bad presses. I'm surprised Pineview didn't press a little bit earlier in the game. But it is what it is now. 46-42, Pineview up.
I think you give Coach Pat Amico some credit here. He has really coached his tail off this game
he's
today.
out there. I mean, look at him just hustling. And look, you hate to see this because Crimson played better for the majority of the game, but this stretch was just so costly as it came off of turnovers, bad passes, bad shots.
And the age-old adage that we started the broadcast with is tough to beat a team 3 times. And that was nearly a turnover by the Mustangs.
This is my point, Devin. You hear the frustration in my voice. What are they running here? You got guys spread out running full speed. Just come and line up or do a two-man stagger where if you screen your guy, you roll back to the ball. But right now it's just so helter-skelter.
And they're going to make Jelani back off of Eaton.
But this is hard for a passer, right? When you got all your guys basically at half court, you got to go meet the basketball here. Lindquist has got to go get it, and he's got to go quick here.
26 seconds. Lindquist down by 4 with the ball. High screen by Carroll.
He's got to go here. He's taking too long.
And he's going to take the 3, and he missed it. Rebound controlled by Phillips, and they're going to call a push-off foul on who? Who is the foul on here?
That just took too long to develop. Settling, that's going to be on Papa.
Lindquist, since he was taking some time, took a deep 3. Yeah, Papa with the right arm extended. That was the foul. So Britton Phillips, 2 big free throws here. And he missed the first.
And Dev, maybe the other story of the game is foul shots for Crimson, is now that is 4 consecutive missed foul shots.
Phillips,
the difference in the game.
Phillips is a 57% free throw shooter on this season. The second one looks good, it is. So he splits a pair of Fabulous Freddy's free throws. It's a one-possession game, 46-43 Pineview. It was down 17. They quickly double and foul. 11.6 on the clock. Pineview has got a chance to clinch this with free throws down the stretch.
Looked like they had him in trouble there.
Now you look at the foul shooting for Pineview. Moore is the best of the guys on the court. He's 80%. Ojegba is 50%. Ranson is 43%. Schmidt is 79%. And Papa's a 61% free throw shooter. Those are the guys on the court right now for Coach Amico. And he got the first one, Stratton Williams. Stratton's a 65% free throw shooter. Lead is back to 4, 47-43. Coming up, we'll have the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. We'll recap the stats, analysis. It's going to be elation on one side and heartbreak on the other here at the Fieldhouse in a Region 9 showdown. And Williams hits 2 clutch free throws. Is that one nothing but net?
I still think you can go and get a quick basket here, but again, I don't like how there's this formation here. They're lined up. This is so hard for a passer to. You have to be so precise.
Taylor whips it down to Lindquist. He'll take the turnaround 3. No, rebound Carroll. He's fouled on the shot. He'll shoot 2. That'll stop the clock with 7.4.
Carroll, who had 13 through 3 quarters, has run ice cold. And Dev, would you believe this? I'm telling 4, 6, 7 points in the fourth quarter.
8 now as Drake Carroll knocks down the Fabulous Freddy's free throw. Well, as always, we'll name our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. We'll select our Finley Subaru Star of the Game and our Jersey Mike Sub of the game, all coming up when this one's over. That cuts it back down to 48-45, but only 7 seconds to go. Mustangs need a steal. They got to foul Moore, the 80% free throw shooter. That's who they wanted to get the inbounds to.
And again, this is just basketball 101. Pull the guy off the ball, make it difficult to get it inbounds there. Just simple things have evaded Crimson here in the second half. Fundamentals of the game. The legends like Bobby Knight and John Wooden and Coach K, those guys that just taught the fundamentals that become oh so important in critical points of the game. And now there's no pressure on Pineview. All they have to do is make a couple of foul shots, and with 6 seconds left, not a lot they can do.
We have a final score. Dixie has beaten Logan. Moore, second one good. 49 and now 50 on the board for the Panthers. They only had 17 at halftime, and they lead 50-45, and their crowd is loud in the Fieldhouse. Down to Carroll. He'll take a corner 3, fading away, missed it. Ball deflected. Pineview wins. Panthers, who lost twice in the regular season of the region champs, have knocked them out. And for Pineview, they had to go through Snow Canyon, and now they have to go through Crimson. And maybe they have to go through Desert Hills. We'll have to check on that score, Ben. But wow, what a second half performance for this Panther team. Crimson is stunned.
Give a lot of credit to Coach Amico and his staff. It felt like they outcoached Crimson in the second half. And whether that's, the players showing up or not, it just seemed like all the small little fine points of the game, Crimson fell short. And that 17-point lead, I still subscribe. When they went to that more tentative, passive like that's where you got to put a team away and make this a 30-point win. Instead, it's this comeback Cinderella story for the Pineview Panthers, and you just hate to see the Region 9 champs fall at home after being up 17. This is one that is going to sting for a long, long time for this Crimson team, as you can already see some tears coming there as they are disappointed to see the season come to an end in a situation like this. And give Pineview a ton of credit. Jelani Ojegba really kind of kept them in it single-handedly with his scoring. He only ended, Devin, with 11, but the 10 in the first half were what made this a game. And then you got to give your hat to guys like Adam Moore, who had gone cold and just got some great breaks and was able to knock down basically everything he threw up in the second half. And then role guys like Brock Harris, who came in and, I think he added 7 points there in the fourth quarter. Another bright spot, certainly the defense for Pineview, as it seemed to just get to a next level. But I will still say this, their effort, despite the score, never dipped. And then when the opportunities came, it was able to all come together. And Crimson, just too tentative in the second half.
The momentum, when it switched, they just couldn't stop the momentum. It just kept landsliding on them. And the press gave them fits.
Yeah.
And they had some breakaway lands, and they just couldn't get them to fall.
Yeah, I don't think this is one of those, hey, it's hard to beat a team 3 times thing. I don't think that's the case at all. Crimson was up 17. This game was theirs to win, but execution is where this game was lost if you're looking at Crimson. They just didn't capitalize. They didn't take advantage. They didn't protect what they had worked so hard to build. And then Pineview got a couple of good breaks, right? A couple of shots that just rattled around the rim. I think the biggest play, if we're going to go for the playmaker play of the game, was Ojegba's layup, with was 42-42, and he came in on that right side and was able to knock that down. It was 44-42, and then it just felt like Crimson had to speed up and do things that were not normal. They came down, shot some bad shots, but certainly an uncharacteristic game for Lindquist. Obviously, the focus was on them. Carroll with maybe a couple sloppy passes there, but you liked what he did. He was the reason they were up 17, as he had 13 through 3 quarters. And just that fourth quarter, we talked about those quarters and the droughts. In this game, it was the fourth quarter and the absence of offense for Crimson that cost this region championship team a chance to move on to the Elite 8. And so congrats to Pineview, Dev, and a disappointing way to see Crimson end their season, but that's life is full of adversity, and I'm sure these kids and this coaching staff will regroup and figure out a way forward.
Our Finley Subaru star of the game. We'll make some other things official after a quick timeout. We'll bring you the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Ben's got to run, but I will come back. We'll put a full wrap on this one. We'll try to get you as many scores from the other games, and we'll try to set the table for you for the America First Event Center, home of the 4A State Boys and Girls Tournament, starting next Thursday. It's a final here. Pineview on the road has won it 50-45 on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
House of Jump is Southern Utah's only indoor trampoline park and your only place to jump, dunk, and dodge. Head on over to our house, the House of Jump.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Handel's Ice Cream, Intercap Lending, and Red Rock Real Estate.
Hey, welcome back. They're still celebrating. Coach Pat Amico is going to join us for some Coral Canyon coaches' comments here in just a minute. Let's recap the stats here inside of our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Panthers have won it 50-45. They're moving on to face the winner of Patient Desert Hills. I think that game, last report, we had Desert Hills down 7 with 50 seconds to go. I have yet to see a final score. So most likely, barring an unbelievable comeback, the Panthers will play the 2-seed Payson. But that game, again, last report was not final. It was just under a minute to go. How about your Findlay Subaru star of the game? We picked him as our Star Watch guy. He'd been red hot. Only 3 threes tonight, but man, some clutch free throws down the stretch, and he went 6 for 6 in the game. Adam Moore had a game high 17 points. He is your Findlay Subaru star of the game. Ojegba had 11, 10 of which came in the first half, and they needed all of them just to be down 7 at the break. Behind that, just 2 for Papa, just 2 for Schmidt, 3 for Ranson, 3 for Williams, and 2 for Warner. Our play of the game, our AWP playmaker play of the game, we went with the Jelani Ojegba bucket as we had a tie game 42-42, and applying Soul Sayers Plus playmaker play of the game. Jelani got to the right hand, got all the way to the rack and scored, and he ended up with 13, not 11. Jelani had 13 in the game, 10 of which though did come in the first half. All right, we're gonna flip the camera around here to the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. You can see now joined by an ecstatic Coach Pat Amico. Coach, you came in studio on the Fan Sports Network yesterday with a couple of your seniors, and you said, you know what, this is how it is. We got to go through the region champs, and we talked about it, and we broke it down, and you said you believed in the kids. Did you still believe when you were down 17?
You know what's crazy is we came to that end of quarter. I said, guys, the score's different. But last year at Ridgeline, we were down 17 going into the fourth, and we forced overtime. So we just talked about, getting up. We were going to pressure. We were going to go all out. And if they get a bunch of easy ones and beat us, at least we went down swinging. And that's what we need to do. Gosh darn it, that Crimson group is so tough. They're so talented, and my kids just don't quit. I put them through heck at the beginning of the year. We go 2-a-days. I don't know any other high school teams going 2-a-days. And by the time our first game comes around, they hate me because we're just going so hard, and I'm taking away their Saturdays, and we're just getting after it. And it's for these moments, right? And that's what we talked about before the game, and kind of forgot about it through 3 quarters because Crimson was pushing all the right buttons, and credit to them. And my kids just don't ever quit, and we talk about it all the time, and I'm just so proud of them.
17 points, I think, is probably the best comeback of your coaching career. I know you've only been a head coach for 2 years. This is the biggest win of your head coaching
by far.
career.
Yeah.
How's it feel right now?
It's kind of both ways, honestly. Like, I'm so proud of these kids. We wrote on the board, like, we're going to SUU. We're not done. And I was so excited, and my wife's there behind me, and everyone's going crazy. But then I looked over right at Crimson, and I got to coach some of those kids. I really got to know some of those boys. And it's heartbreaking, but that's, like, sadly, that's sports. It's what we play for. And just to see Drake in tears and Mac and Travis in tears, and I told those 2 juniors, I said, I know this probably means you're really going to take it to us next year. So it's both sides, and then, you obviously get back with your parents and the kids over here, and we're so excited. But I'm just proud. They never quit.
You go through that third quarter, and again, it was a sluggish third. I don't know what it is about the third quarter.
For them, I mean, we were fine Wednesday against Snow Canyon.
You were in the third, yes.
But, Crimson, they check every box, right? The head of their snake, their point guard, Drake Carroll. Find me a better point guard. I don't care if you're talking 6A, 5A, 4A. He leads his team the right way. He makes tough shots at the buzzer every time. And then you look at the wings and the way those 2 make shots in the juniors and Trav and Mac. And then they have 2 junkyard dogs Two absolute kids that just do whatever they need to do to help their team win. And JJ
McKay.
No, I was talking about McKay.
JJ?
Oh man.
Murdoch?
No.
But
they're big underneath.
Oh, Trevor Taylor.
Taylor, like he does everything right, and then they bring the best shooter in the state off the bench. Like they check every box,
right?
And they're just a super talented team. But again, my kids scored no field goals in the fourth, had 4 free throws, but they didn't quit. And I don't know what in the third. Sorry, but I don't know what they scored in the third, but it was a lot.
Yeah, and look, you hold the big three who average over 42 points a game. Drake had 15, 11 for Murdoch, 6 for Lindquist. So you hold them below by 8 on their season average. You got to be proud of your kids' defensive effort today.
We've been on numbers the best or maybe second best defensive team in the region behind these guys, except for when we play these dudes. Like they shot over 50% both times. So there's some keys that we try to hit and some metrics we try to hit every game. And it was holding them under 50%. That was the goal, and I don't know if we did that, but we were able to get the win, and just super proud of my kids.
It looks like Desert Hills, they scored 51 and lost to Payson today, so you will be playing Payson in that game, I believe. I'm trying to check the box score here to double check that. I just got the box score sent to me here. There's the other side of it. 60-51 the final. So you will be playing the 2-seed Payson. Desert Hills goes down on the road by 9.
I feel like I don't know if there's a better team, maybe Green Canyon, other than these dudes right here. So we're going to get to work. We're going to start watching some film right now and get after it.
All right, Dixie beat Logan today. Last check, we had Hurricane leading by 7 down the stretch.
Okay.
So we'll keep an eye on that. They pushed it up to 9 with 4 minutes to go, and then it was up to 13. So I'm assuming Hurricane beat Murray today, but I haven't seen the final score to make that official. So obviously bittersweet, as you said here. You knew you had to go through some region teams. If Desert Hills would have won, you would have played 3 straight playoff games.
I thought for sure we were going 3 in a row because that Desert Hills group is super talented. So Payson it is, and we're going to get to work right now.
All right, Coach Pat, go enjoy it with
Appreciate
the boys.
You guys.
Congratulations, man. Great coaching performance, and the boys played absolutely unbelievable. All right, coach's comments. That's Coach Pat Amico. Final break, final wrap when we come back on the Fan Sports Network.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hi, I'm Jermaine O'Jegman from The Rink, and I'm inviting you to come out and escape The Rink. The Rink is the hot spot in town for big group events and kid birthday parties. We now have a karaoke room and retro skate night every Friday night. Visit skatetherink.com to learn more and let the good times roll at The Rink.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
All right, welcome back, everybody, here on the Fan Sports Network and on the fansportsnetwork.com. I want to get you as many final scores as we can, but if you're just tuning in, Pineview just came in, and after losing twice to the Mustangs in region play, they win it in the postseason in round 2 on the Mustangs' home floor by a final score of 50-45 on the Wilkinson scoreboard. Again, this is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Good to be with you on your President's Day weekend. A lot of fun. Appreciate Coach Pat Amico for coming up and joining us in the post game. How about Adam Moore, your Findlay Subaru star of the game tonight? 17 points, 13 for Ojegba. They combined for 30 of the 50. So a great performance there. And the defensive performance, you just heard Coach talk about it. 15 for Drake Carroll, the senior. 6 for Taylor. JJ with 3. Britton had 4 off the bench. 6 for Lindquist, but he'll be back. Murdoch, 11, he'll be back. Some of those juniors, and they'll be hungry next year. Gonna be fun. All right, 60-50 won the final. Payson has beaten Desert Hills, so that means 12:50 up at the America First Event Center. It'll be Pineview and Crimson next. Pineview and Payson next Thursday. The final on the Dixie Flyers, they beat Logan 57-26. And Caneyview today got to score Hurricane 51. They won. Caneyview ended up winning 51-point advantage, 85-34. Wow. I think they're doing a new gym up there too. It might have been their final game ever playing in that gym. Crazy comeback here in our game. But Hurricane, I think if they held on, they had a 13-point lead with about 4 minutes to go. I just haven't seen the final yet. That means Hurricane, Pineview, and Dixie will be the 3 Region 9 boys teams that are in the Elite 8 and will be playing next Thursday. Then on the girls' side, Cedar, Snow Canyon, and the Dixie girls will be making their way. Desert Hills lost a heartbreaker last night, but I believe by 8 to J.C. Carroll's Mountain Crest Lady Mustangs. So they bowed out yesterday, and one of the big storylines in that girls' side, Livy Hamlin chasing the all-time record, and of course, trying to get a little redemption after Emily Skinner and Ridgeline beat them last year in the state championship game. Going to be a lot of storylines, going to be a lot of fun. We're going to put a bow on this one. Thanks to our great sponsors that have been with us all year long. I'm not going to list them all, but if you see or hear their messages, tell them thanks for sponsoring high school sports. They make it possible for us to broadcast as many games as we do on the live stream and on the radio. I want to wish Coach Murdoch and the Mustangs the very, very best. Tough loss. I know it stings, but a great team, great region champs, and they'll be back next year poised to make another run at not just a region championship, but a state championship. But you got to give a tip of the cap to the Pineview Panthers today. They win by 5. Thank you so much to our sponsors, and thank you for making us part of your President's Day weekend Saturday. Unbelievable. The way I always say, expect the unexpected. Pineview looked like they were in big trouble. They were down 17 points in the second half. They come all the way back, and they win it by 5. Thanks to Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, bringing you the post-game show for Ben Lindquist, Devin Dixon, Coach Pat Amico, Tara on the camera, Nate back in the Finley Subarus. Thank you so much. Our Jersey Mike sub of the game, we're going with Brock Harris. Our star of the game, we'll go with Adam Moore, game high 17. And how about our AWP playmaker? We go with Ojegba bucket when it was tied 42-42, got all the way to the right hand, scored the bucket, and that was the first lead the Panthers has had since early in the game. So congratulations to all our award recipients. Again, the final here on a Saturday afternoon. Panthers win it over the Mustangs, 50-45. I do want to mention one more thing. The Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert is on the rest of the day at the St. George Yogurtland. Okay, so Dixie and Hurricane both scored over 55 points. I know we didn't get it in this game. Doesn't matter. If you're a Region 9 basketball fan, go take advantage. You buy one, Holbrook will buy the second one for free. So you got a family of 4, you're going to get, pay for 2, get 2 free. You got a family of 6, you buy 3, you get 3 of equal or lesser value for free. So go take advantage of that. We're going to do it all the way through the state championship. We appreciate Holbrook Asphalt and the partnership with our Big Score Dessert, the leaders in HA5 and asphalt preservation. So hopefully I'll see you there. Go get your Holbrook Asphalt Big Score Dessert as the Panthers have won it 50-45. Have a great rest of your President's Day weekend. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening to Region 9 Basketball here on the Fan Sports Network.